buenos dias. How are you feeling on this beautiful morning on day 169 of the year? Hopefully you are waking up slowly, enjoying the cycle of a new morning, of a new day, and enjoying some yin time, some quiet time, taking things slowly, checking in with yourself, observing the natural world unfolding around you, focusing on your breath, and carving out this little 15-minute 1% of your day to start your day with intention as we read together. As I said, we're on day 169 of the year, and according to 365 Tao by Deng Ming Tao, our word for today on day 169 is armor. So grab your book, grab your journal and something to write with. Find that nice quiet and comfy place where you're not going to be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so while we read together. Be grounded, present, here and now. If you can be outside in the natural world, observing the day unfolding, listening to the sounds of nature, checking in with yourself, I encourage you to do that as often as you can, but especially in the mornings. And let's start reading together on day 169 on the subject of armor. Ripe fruit, crisp greens, live grain. Vital roots, tender meat, spring water. Growing essence nourishes your own. Essence alloyed with breath makes you flexible, but hard. The sage's body is armored. The sage is impervious to death. Those who follow Tao speak of three treasures in the body: essence, breath, and spirit. Essence is the biochemical aspect of your body, nurtured by the food you eat and regulated by the quality of your hormones. It's your essence. Therefore, all of your food should be packed and glowing with energy. Eat food as close to its source as possible. Pray before you eat, for everything that you take, whether plant or animal, is living. You must consume to survive, but when you die, acknowledge that you will become food for others. So a really beautiful way to think about the act of eating and the act of nourishing your body and choosing the right foods for your essence. As it says here, the biochemical aspect of your body is nurtured by the food you eat and regulated by your hormones. So taking care of your physical body is so important for your overall well-being. So that's the first one, that's essence. To build the breath, work and exercise diligently. Build stamina and discipline yourself. You will gain great flexibility combined with hardened flesh, and you will be graceful. Immunity to minor physical trauma as well as many kinds of illness will be yours. So again, taking care of your physical body, moving your body, building your stamina, working on yourself. It will make you more graceful, but as it says here, it will also make you immune to minor physical trauma and lots of types of illness. If you take care of your physical body by what you eat, by balancing your hormones and working on your physical self, on your strength, on your muscles and all those kind of things, you're going to build up a natural immunity to illness. That's what we want in this life. The ultimate training of the spirit begins with the question of death. The sages see beyond dying. Though they must die, they also know that nothing is lost because no one owns body or mind anyway. Those who follow Tao safeguard themselves and live their spirituality with a realistic appreciation of death. The establishment of essence, breath, and spirit is like wearing armor. The travails of the world mean nothing. Wow. So this is something that's also a really important concept in the Tao. Obviously, we need to take care of ourselves physically. We need to take care of our physical body. We need to take care of our spirit. As it says here, we need to focus on our breath. We need to eat good foods. We need to train our bodies to have, strong muscles and to, fight off any illnesses. But we also need to be very conscious of the fact that we are going to die, and we should not have any fear around death because it's inevitable. Every single person that we know is going to die, including ourselves. It is a part of life. It's part of the cycle of life. And of course, we don't have to be anticipating it, but we also just have to have that awareness in the back of our minds at all times that that is part of the cycle of life. and we are just on a cycle, and it's eventually going to turn all the way around like everything else, and it's going to end in our death. But before we get there, we want to take care of ourselves, take care of our physical bodies, take care of our spiritual being as well as we can. And that's one of the founding teachings of Taoism, is taking care of yourself and your well-being, and being the most physically fit, the most spiritually fit, the most mentally fit that you can possibly be. And that's up to you. It's up to you to do that for yourself. As it says here, it's up to you to have that discipline in your life to take care of yourself on all of those levels. And the reward is that you are going to live a life where, as it says here, you're going to be immune to a lot of illnesses. You're going to feel physically strong. You're going to feel calm and content in your life with your spiritual practice. And that's what we want. We want to have a healthy life. We want to have a beautiful cycle of our life. But we also need to always keep in mind that the cycle is eventually going to end. We don't know when, we don't know how, but it is part of the cycle of life. So while we're here, take the best possible care of yourself as you possibly can. Take care of your physical body. Take care of your spirituality. Take care of others around you. Do your absolute best to live the most beautiful version of your life that you possibly can while this cycle is still turning, because one day it's going to end. We don't know when and we don't know how, but that is part of life, and as Taoists, that is something that we accept. So I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day on the 169th day of the year. Thank you so much for being here and starting your day with this practice, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye.